First, a quick talk about mindfulness of movement. I was out walking the other day. Actually, I was out jogging the other day. I like to jog, I don't know, every once in a while, not a lot. But I was out jogging and, I was mindful. I noticed certain pains, like around the hip, around the knee, around the ankles. And over the years, although I know that diet, certain exercise, there are many things that can affect your body and pain and things. For example, some people are gluten sensitive, and that creates inflammation. If you eat a high salt, high sugar diet, that can create inflammation, which puts pressure on your muscles and your nerves and tendons and ligaments and so forth and so on. So all that's true, but I think a commonly overlooked thing is your relaxation level. And I noticed several times I've tried this experiment, and I remember somebody teaching me this. Actually, it was a runner that taught me this. And it had a lot to do with relaxation, sort of putting yourself in a very meditative, tranquil state when you're running. And I think the exercise was similar. Like if you take your right hand or your left hand or whatever, and you make a very light fist, not a tight fist, very light. Put your fingers and thumb together, and now tighten it really tight. That's tension. Okay, now could you imagine you're trying to rotate your wrist and turn your hand and your finger, it's tight. Now again, loosen your hand and just kind of wiggle your fingers a little bit and just relax your hand. Focus on your hand for a second, and having all of your muscles in your fingers be real loose. And you can see the difference between tense and loose. And I know there's a study, kinesiology, I can't really say it right, kinesthetics or something. And the study is that, it's been proven science that, let's say you're thinking of real tense, stressful thoughts repeatedly, even, that it builds up and it creates tension in the body, because we're what are they, thousands and thousands of miles of nerves throughout our body, and it all connects and it creates tension. So you have to watch that. You have to be mindful of that, because it definitely, absolutely has an effect on you. So when you're taking a walk, or you're taking a run or a jog or whatever you're doing physically, often the pains, I've heard terms like psychosomatic and things like that, but basically what it means is that sometimes you're holding stress in your body. You're holding tension. And again, using your hands as an experiment, where if you're laying it down relaxed, and pay attention throughout the day. Even you could be driving or working or whatever. Pay attention to your body. You'll find that there are times when you're tense and you don't even realize it unless you're mindfully aware of that. So, watch your posture, or watch when you're watching the news, which I try not to do as much, because the news tends to be very negatively focused. And, I was addicted to the news. I think a lot of us are. We want to know what's going on in the world. But there's so much tension behind it. As opposed to sitting on a sandy beach, if you're lucky enough, or you're taking a beautiful walk on a beautiful day, or watching a little baby giggle, or anything that makes you smile and happy. That'll send relaxation through your body. And I know that we use medicines, and people use substances like drinking and smoking and all these other things that help us relax. And ultimately, the reason we're doing that is we're trying to tap into that relaxation that we really crave, right? That's ultimately what we crave, is that, not the we think it's the alcohol or the cigarette or the weed or whatever it is that we do to comfort ourselves or make us feel better. But ultimately, we're trying to get to that point of where we feel like a happy little kid. We're just relaxed, that we know we're safe, we know we're protected. And these things, pain meds included, may make you feel like you're okay, but they're really just sort of shutting down your nerves and masking the discomfort temporarily. So there's a lot to be said for being mindful of. I'm going to start with walking. Do a walking exercise where, mindfulness of walking, because I've noticed when most of us walk, we're in a hurry. We tend to take quick steps. We're always in a hurry, and we're tense. Our toes are tense, our feet are tense, our arches are tense, our ankles, our knees, our hips. We're tense. Where if you slow down and slow your pace and just pay attention to your walking, it's amazing how you notice how you pick up your speed. And it's also awesome how, as I do more and more of this, you notice that your ankles relax more, your knees, your hips, they soften, they turn into like warm taffy, they're just sort of relaxed, and they allow circulation to flow better and your neurology to process better. And it allows you to have a more eased, calm mind by walking very mindfully. And all that means is using your mind to focus your attention on your speed, your breath, what your muscles are telling you, what your postures are telling you, and your ligaments and tendons. So let's focus on that. Let's focus on walking mindfully and see if we can't make a difference in just our walking, and see how it might change your life. Let's give it a try. Mindfulness can start with walking, and I never quite understood the mindfulness of walking until I started practicing it. The more that I read about it, the more that I understood it. And it's really quite simple. Looking at your feet, how you walk, don't rush it. We tend to be in a hurry, rushing and pounding, and it affects our hips, our knees. And it's really slowing. It's just like slowing your breath, where you slow your stride, and you just feel every step you take. If you're lucky enough to be in nature, you can absorb the nature, but feel the earth beneath your feet. Feel what your toes are like inside your shoe. Just taking breaths, gentle breaths. Being mindful of each step. Loosening your hips. Loosening your ankles. Even your back, your shoulders, standing up straight, but not too straight, You never want to be too stiff. Think of it like relaxing your whole body. Just relax, like you're a child, like you're just remember when you're that happy little child, just kind of walk into your friend's house. Although you may have had a pep in your step, you still did it gently, relaxed. Doesn't take much. Taking each step one at a time, feel your heel strike the ground gently. The arch of your foot rolls gently. Your ankles, your knees, your tendons, ligaments, muscles, your hips, even your lower back, all the way up through your upper back, your shoulders and arms, all your joints are really loose. And as you're walking, you're actually lubricating your joints, your blood circulating. So being mindful is almost like saying being relaxed. Just enjoying your walk, your steps. How often do we do that? We're always in a hurry, moving along quickly. And that's where a lot of the pains and aches come from. It's when we tighten up, we tense up, even thinking of a thought that makes us tense. Find where the tension is and just really gently, just kind of let it go, relax it. Just walk slowly, just walk. You don't have to be anywhere, there's no big hurry. Enjoy your breath, enjoy nature, enjoy your sight, your hearing, your smell. But mostly just I'm taking steps now too. Just enjoy each step. Slowly, slow down, change your pace sometimes. Hear the crunching of the earth, the sand under your feet. Focus on the sound. Try to stand up straight as you can without straining. Maybe look around you gently. You can actually absorb the sights around you while you're walking. Still mindful of your walking. Still mindful of your breathing. Everything else, but just walk. It doesn't have to be a long walk either. It could be a 5-minute walk, 10-minute walk, maybe a 2-minute walk. In fact, it could be a walk to your mailbox. Just being mindful. If you notice that you're picking up your pace, be mindful of that. Just be aware of that. Be aware of each step, very gently, slowly. Just very slowly. I think that's the key. Intentionally, slowly, stepping down gently, using your balance, your innate balance, which is natural. You naturally balance. Your body knows how to balance. You just have to guide it gently. Kind of like these trees. You know, if you look at the trees, they're all in balance. They know how to stand. They know how to stand tall, yet gentle. Many trees don't break in the wind because they remain flexible and soft. So we can do the same thing when we're standing or walking. Be as gentle as a soft tree, but strong enough to stand tall. So be mindful of that. When you're taking walks, don't over-obsess about it. Just be aware of it, be mindful of it, be thoughtful of it. Think about every step. And then every once in a while, wherever you are, stop your steps and just be aware of the beauty that's all around you.